Was good. So we got UFC 273 upcoming this next week. Let me fix this thing up. UFC 273. We got Volkanovski versus Korean Zombie. We got Jan versus Sterling, and we got Khamzat versus Gilbert Burns. So we gonna get started off with the main event, you know what I'm saying? Because it's let's be honest, none of us really cares about the main event, let's just be honest. Khamzat and Burns is the main event. Sterling and Jan co-main event, and then Korean Zombie and Volkanovski should really not be it should be the third fight. I've never really seen a card where it's like that the main fight is the third last fight. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I feel like when you're watching a card, it's like, it builds up to the main event, and then when it gets to the main event, everybody's hyped up. So like, I wonder what it's gonna be like watching the fights you want to see, and then it's the main event, and it's just like whatever. You know what I mean? Still a fight you want to watch, but it's just not that hyped up. You know what I mean? But whatever, main event, Volkanovski, I'll be honest, he's gonna put a fucking beating on Korean Zombie. He's gonna put a bad beating on him. And it's just, no one really cares about this fight. Honestly, I wish Korean Zombie I don't wish he gets injured, but now, you know what? I was gonna say I hope he pulls out or something so Max could step in, but honestly, nah. I'd rather see him just beat the hell out of Korean Zombie. I feel like if Max Holloway couldn't beat him, there's absolutely no way Korean Zombie could beat him. Ortega beat the hell out of Korean Zombie. He beat the shit out of him, and we saw what Volkanovski did to Brian Ortega. So yeah, I know it's stylistic matches, but I don't think Korean Zombie's that guy. So let's just get that fight out the way. We got if we betting, we for sure betting on Volkanovski. That's a lock right there. So yeah, I'm probably gonna bet on him too. Co-main event, Peter Yan versus Sterling. Everybody's saying, Yan's gonna run through this guy. He's gonna put him off for good. You know what I mean? He's gonna finish him because no one wants to see Sterling as champ because of whatever happened, whatever fake champ, whatever. I kind of disagree because that I was thinking like that. I was like, you know what? Yeah, I got Jan. I think Jan's gonna just break him. He's gonna break him. He's gonna finish him. But if you actually, I want to go watch the first fight. If you go watch that first fight, bro, I was low-key surprised how the fight went. I'm watching the fight. First round, Sterling. Second round, Sterling. Third round, I don't remember exactly how the third round goes, but I'm pretty sure it was like 50-50. I don't really remember, but I remember Sterling was putting pressure on Jan. He was keeping a very high pace, bro. Very high pace, and he was winning the rounds. He was beating Jan. I'm watching it. I'm like, bro, when is Jan? When does Jan why in my head am I thinking that Jan is gonna beat him? You know what I'm saying? I had a certain thought. I was thinking a certain way. Before, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, why was I thinking that Jan was gonna run through this guy? And I go see it, I'm like, what the heck? And then until the fourth round, then he kind of started slowing down a little bit because he has a high ass pace, but he's still throwing his little a lot of the combos. They're just a little slower, but he's still throwing them. He's not fatigued, where it's he just really just, you know what I'm saying? He's just winging his, he's still throwing nice little combos. They're just a little slower than what he was throwing them. And then obviously he gets kneed in the face in the fourth round, which was probably gonna be Jan's round. But the only reason I say that Jan was gonna win that fight was because when they asked Sterling, now they asked him in an interview, Jan was gonna beat you or something. He didn't disagree with it. So I'm like, oh, he probably knew he was really fatigued. That he probably knew he was gonna lose. So he didn't disagree. So I don't want to say that Sterling was probably like Sterling was gonna win that fight, because I don't even think he thought he was gonna win that fight, just because he was melting towards the end. But like, if Sterling could keep the pace he was keeping for the first 3 rounds or first 2 rounds, and just turn it back just a little bit, you know, I'm gonna just keep a little of that pace a little bit down, and make it manageable, so where he could keep that like a little slower pace throughout the whole 5 rounds, he could pull it off, bro. Because he wasn't even wrestling. He was just all stand-up, and he was keeping that pace, and he was winning the rounds. So, like, if he was able to do on the stand-up, like, Jan landed probably, like, the harder shots, but Sterling was still, like, you know, he was able to, you know, hit his shots, you know, make Jan back down, back up. So, I think this fight's going to be a little more interesting than what everybody thinks. I think it's going to be a little more competitive than what everybody thinks. I'm still sticking with Jan, because that dude's a fucking savage. He's just a savage, bro. Like, his stand-up is so nice. It's like he doesn't get tired. Like, he does everything, like, just perfect. Like, if he needs to defend the takedown, he does that shit fast. He does it fast, and he does it. You know what I mean? Like, he it's like, no matter what time of the fight it is, he's ready to do whatever he needs to do. You know, he does it very well, no matter what it is. If someone kind of gets his leg, you know, he's able to just get out of situations, like, and it looks like he's able to do it, like, you know, like, without being tired. So I'm gonna go with Jan. You know, Sterling, I just don't really like the thing that Sterling is going with. Like, you know, he's I don't really like his jokes about, like, the way the fight ended and shit. Like, it's kind of whack. Although I am one of the people that think that Sterling did get knocked the hell out when he got kneed in the face. When I seen that shit, I was like, oh shit. Like, he just got kneed in the face, bro. Like I didn't expect him to get up, you know what I mean? He just got kneed in the face. But people are saying, like, I don't think he faked it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he couldn't have got up. I'm just saying he didn't, like, he wasn't faking it to stay down there, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm going Jan. This is a fucking Terminator. Just a savage. I'm gonna bet on him as well. You know, I'll probably put it in a parlay, because, you know, they're probably like super big favorites. They're super big favorites. And then Khamzat versus Burns. I mean, bro, like, if you're not choosing Khamzat, bro, like, I feel like if you bet on Burns, it's only because, you know, he's an underdog and you're trying to make some cash. But let's be honest, bro, like, when you think of the fight, you think Khamzat's gonna win this fight. Like, I don't know. I fuck with Burns, bro. Like, if Burns were to beat him, like, I wouldn't mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like, you know what I mean? Like, I like both of them. I'm just on the hype train. But Khamzat's a problem. Khamzat's a true problem, bro. Like, I think if he's able to get a hold of Gilbert Burns, I think, like, he'll just be able to take him down for some reason. Like, I don't know. I feel like once he grabs you, like, he's gonna take you down. Like, that's it. So, yeah, I got Khamzat. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, I think the stand-up, I feel like Burns might have a little more, like, better stand-up, but I feel like Chimaev, they both have power. I don't know, bro. It's honestly close, because they're so well-rounded. Both of them are so well-rounded. But I think it's just the fact that Chimaev has all this, he's bigger, first of all. And then we know he has power because he stomped that one dude out. He stomped him out. You know, like, he just looks like a freak. And then Gilbert Burns, if Gilbert Burns hadn't lost to Usman and we've just seen him, like, on a win streak, I think this fight would be, like, people wouldn't be so quick to just jump on Khamzat winning the fight. You know what I'm saying? But since we already seen Burns lose to Usman, we're kind of like, oh, we've seen Burns lose. Like, we've seen him get beat. You know what I'm saying? So it makes you feel like a little more comfortable choosing Chimaev. But yeah, this is gonna be if this isn't a close fight and Khamzat just wins, they might give him a title shot. I wouldn't be mad if Chimaev beats Burns and still fights somebody else and then fights for the title, because I wouldn't be mad at that. But they might give him a title shot straight off the bat after this. But yeah, I got Khamzat. I'm sorry. I got Khamzat. I'm gonna bet on those 3 guys. For sure, I'm betting on those 3 guys. Parlay. And if I feel like if one of them could pull the upset, is for sure not Korean Zombie. I would, if one of them could pull the upset, I would probably say, damn, that's actually tough. Cause I was gonna say originally, I was gonna just say Sterling, but now that I'm thinking about it, it's like, damn, like Burns is actually nice. But then again, Burns, when he fought Usman, he kind of started to gas out like within like the third round, no? Well, it's a 3-round fight this time, so. But you know, if Gilbert, I don't know if Gilbert's gonna come out firing off like he did with Usman. He's probably gonna be a little more aware of that takedown. Probably gonna start out with some leg kicks or something. But yeah, I think if there's somebody that's gonna pull off the upset, it's gonna be Sterling. I'm gonna stick with Sterling. But yeah, my 3 picks are the 3 favorites. Volkanovski, Jan, and Chimaev. Let me know who you guys got. And yeah, that's about it. Catch y'all later. Peace.